Well, okay, so we're back, and we are drawing, and we are doing mini lines again, once again. Um, yeah. I don't know if I really want to like create a standard opening. Hi, cat. A sort of like standard introduction. I feel like it's it's a bit overdone at this point. Um, a bit of a cliche. um, yeah. So we drawn this uh, lovely little thing, lovely little feller, um, madam. It's up to you. Whatever gender this they present as. That works. Um, in all any, I suppose. Um, yeah. What have I've been? Oh, I've been getting into the floor recently. The floor is crazy. It's such a bad television show. It's so crazy. How? Who's the host? Oh man, I'm spacing on the host. Let me Google it real quick. But the host is crazy. Uh, it's it's earnestly like weird. It you get like, and nothing against this guy. Rob Lowe. Nothing against Rob Lowe, of course, but the way he interacts with the competitors, it's like it's such a sort of like white lie, sort of schmoozing. Like he'll say shit like, uh, that is the kindest thing anyone has ever spoken to me, or said to me, or so true, I completely agree, to the most mundane shit that like it's not real. It's so fake. And it like, on one hand I get it's a television show, and on the other hand I just want like a little extra level of honesty. Anyway, if you don't know what the floor is, it's like the world's dumbest trivia show, and it's fantastic. It's like uh, everyone who gets called into the show basically has like their topic of choice. So like, let's say DIY, or art supplies, or American history, etc., etc. You can go in with whatever thing that you feel like you're an expert at, and you get a square. There's 100 competitors. You get a square with your trivia choice, and then it like randomly picks a competitor, and that competitor has to go against whatever other person's trivia uh, choice was. So it is like, it's original. Like, the idea fundamentally isn't bad, but the way that it's done is like, oh, DIY. Let's show you what is this. Shows a picture of a hammer. That's a hammer. Like a ladder. Like really fundamental like stuff that anyone would get. Obviously, there are some topics that are incredibly difficult and niche, but generally speaking, they go really easy on it, which makes sense because like they want some level of competition. Like they don't want to like just give it to the expert, but at the same time, it's just crazy. There's some clips that you'll see from the show that are just like, how did this get made? But generally speaking, it's fine. But it is definitely like dumb TV, like no doubt about it. Anyway, I've been watching that. I've been having a fun time with that. I've also been I don't know. Spacing, bad, 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 bad. Not good, not good. Um. Also, TV shows. If we're going into the media, um, uh, okay, cat. Sorry, getting distracted by feline inclinations. Um, uh, been watching Dracula this season, which has been really good. Crazy, crazy top four, but I'm glad we're getting to the top three that we got. Disappointed that one of them didn't make it into the top three because they got cut and for made it to top five. If you're watching, you know who I'm talking about. But regardless, yeah, a little disappointed, but that's okay. But Dracula is super fun. And I won't take up more time describing each show because it's you can Google, you've got Google. And then also What We Do in the Shadows is on its last season. RIP. Got mixed feelings about that because it doesn't feel like a last season, but it's good. It just nothing about it screams last season, and I'm like very disappointed that we're not gonna get any more after this because it's a really good show. It's just really good comedy. Love vampires, just generally speaking. Um, Vampires are great. Um, uh, whoa, whoa, no. Don't fall into the witch doctor trap. That episode 1, not good. No go. Bad. Mal. No bueno. Um, let's, yeah. What, whoa. Drawing's cool. I haven't been like watching the drawing process much. I kind of like got sidetracked and wanted to talk about that show because I just watched an episode and it was kind of like oh, I want to talk about that. And so I did talk about it. Um, but yeah, oh yeah. I guess I can also mention. Wow, a good day for content. I must say, a good day for content because we also got into One Piece chapter today, and that was really cool. I don't really want to spoil shit, but we in Elbath. I think it's Elbath. Uh, Clearly a real fan. And yeah, stuff is cool. Giants are cool. Yeah, vampires are cool. Giants are cool. Mythical creatures are cool. You know, the mind creates neat stuff, and we can enjoy that. Um, well, some of us, have a hard time enjoying anything, and that's a real shame. That's a real shame for sure, for sure. Um, oh, was introduced to this new application today. What is it called? It's like a little like lime writer or line writer, not lime. Um, and that's cool. I was having problems with it. It was a little finicky. Um, but it seems neat. you draw out a course, and you can make background images and like stuff that it's not affected. The problem that I was running into is that the lines that I was making with like the standard platform lines were not being affected by the player. And I found this a problem even when I could keep the player on whatever. I think it's like supposed to be a ski, maybe wheelchair. I'm not quite sure, and I don't honestly I don't really remember. Um, but they're on some sort of wheeling device or sledding device that lets them move and project. And so um, yeah, I was having problems, and my first thought was that because they were separating from it, they weren't landing on the platform. But even when I kept it on the we kept the momentum good, so it didn't like flip off of that like moving device that it's sitting on. um, it still went through the platform, so I don't know. Maybe there's a solution to that, but also I was just introduced to the platform by a friend, the application, so to speak. I'm not that invested in it, so I don't know if I'll actually go back to it and try and figure it out. Figure it out. Um, and yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know if there's much to add to that. I just, I've been thinking about stuff to say on this, but, obviously, in, like, when I start recording, the mind doesn't exactly come up with everything that you think of, and that's partially my fault, because like if I really cared, I would have taken notes. I've also thought about like maybe scripting this a little bit, and I think that would be good. um but yeah, I don't necessarily know if I'm like a skilled enough writer to like script a video that's 20 minutes long. Especially if I want to make like content that is like more or less daily, like maybe not necessarily miss a couple days here and there. I'm not trying to like force myself into this, but I do like keeping a schedule, keeping the momentum going, because I definitely fall into this trap where I'm like, where you like give up, or not give up, but like you take a day off, and then that day leads to a week, and then a month, and then you're like unmotivated to even start again. And that's one of the traps, and then the other trap is like, oh, you've been motivated, you've kept things going, and then you kind of lose the original gumption, the original like sort of fire that you had to keep stuff going, keeping it afloat. And so like you start strong, and then you kind of putter out, so to speak. Which is, yeah, you know, both things are possible. I'm not gonna like make any promises. I'm gonna like I'd like to keep going, but things happen. I'm starting work, so that might just leave me so drained as to focus less on creative projects. But we'll see. It's not like this is being seen by that many people. I posted the last episode like yesterday, and it's got like 3 views. So I'm not exactly preaching to a large audience, but you know, I still like the idea of putting out creative pieces, um, just as like a sort of archive, um, and as a sort of practice, um, for creating skills that not necessarily useful, but um, skills that are something you fancy to some degree. Um, you know, definitely, definitely some stuff here. Um, yeah, no, I'm getting now. I'm getting distracted by my lines. So, I don't have an attention disorder at all. No, that'd be crazy. No, I'm just bad at keeping a single thought going for longer than like a minute. Um, that's not true, and I know it's not true because I talked about the floor for quite a minute, maybe 3. Get wrecked, liberal. Yeah, I don't think so. Check your statistics again. Yeah, yeah. I think you need to maybe go back to school. Yeah, yeah. Yup. Yeah. Not so smart now, huh? Who's the big brain in the room now, huh? Who's who makes the smart retorts now, buddy? Um uh Schlop. This is true schlop. I'm glad that I named this series MS Paint Yapping, because truly I don't think there's any better way to put it. Like, such inconsequential uh, babble, like not and like in such a palatable way to speak as well. Just not a fun. I do find a little bit of entertainment rewatching my own videos, just because you know if no one's gonna like your slop, gonna like it yourself, I guess. Okay, I guess it's okay to like your own stuff. Because if you're not gonna like your own stuff, who's gonna like your own stuff? Stuff. Um, Rough stuff or soft stuff. Soft stuff is definitely better than rough stuff. I'd say so. Um, I'm typically more of a soft person. Why be rough when soft is an option? You know what I mean? I think that's a good marketing strategy. Go soft, not rough. Um, Unless you gotta go rough. But you know when it's good to go rough and when it's good to go soft. I imagine, and if you don't, uh, you know, learn, grow, become a better person, and maybe then you'll know, or maybe not, or maybe you're just confused because I'm not being specific in any like real way, not using any examples. I'm just sort of using these vague terms to describe something that you have to use your own imagination to project an image in your mind that is probably completely different than mine. Regardless, there is a lahok in the book. Um, that's true. That's true. Love a good hawk. Um, uh, a good pirate man with a hawk, Lee Crocodile from One Piece. We're going back to One Piece. That's right. That's right. One Piece jump scare. It's so over. Uh, uh, Non One Piece fan copium. Um, you you gotta know what's good, what's bad, and I'm sorry, but One Piece falls into the category of good. It's just how it be, and I'm sorry to tell you, but just it's just true. Um, it just is, and I don't really know what to say except look at the lines, the linies, Da Vinci. I love Da Vinci. I'm, I do, and I know it's a hot take, but Da Vinci. Um, yeah, it's it's okay. It's okay to cancel me for liking Da Vinci. I'm okay with that. Um, oh, in other news, another big news. Dan Henschel confirmed live. That's a big win for us Dan heads. Um, because, I mean, I thought Dan Henschel was dead. Um, I was really bummed about it, quite frankly. I mean, I'm a huge Dan Henschel fan, and when I found out Dan was dead, I was like, well, what's going to happen to the channel? Surely you can make AI slop. And certainly he did make some AI slop. And certainly we could have eaten that AI slop for a few years. But after those few years were done, what were we going to do? Not have Dan Henschel in our lives? Rewatch old videos? Possibly. It's definitely a possibility. But, now that Dan Henschel is back live for whatever reason, I don't know why, but I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm full of glee and whimsy and all those good feelings. Um, we don't have to ponder worst case scenario anymore, which is great. I think it's a big win for humanity. Um, Another big win for humanity is this video being over. So, I will catch you next time. Um, uh, ooh, boop,